Yeah, I didn't realize that I had to verify my live sharing on YouTube. So I'm not even going to live stream there. It'll just be here. But I'll be recording with QuickTime since it works just fine. And I don't really have any other live streaming places. No, it's okay. Thanks, though. Well, it's just us. We're gonna wait a couple minutes for Gabriel to be able to post, and then I'll get started. Oh, nice. Ray jumped in for a little while yesterday. Yeah, of course. No problem. I'm excited to see what progress you guys have done. I haven't checked it since I added the README, I think. So I'll be pulling all the changes from everyone and seeing what's up. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm ready. Is my audio good? Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna start sharing then, or rather recording. Maybe I'm already recording. Let's double check. Let me stop sharing for a second. Screen recording. Oh. Okay, it is still. Never mind, we're good. It's recording. Alright, I'll share my screen. Okay. Alright, well, it's just the two of us right now, so I can do a little intro later, but I'll just jump right into getting the code running. Let's see. So I've got it in Cursor already open. Oh yeah, I wanted to double. I don't know which music bot you had, but I can turn on some music if you have one already added to the channel. But I have music playing behind me that I could turn on, and then that'd be fine too, if it runs through my mic properly. We can test if you want. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Let me bring the speaker. Yeah, I figured. All good. Let me know if you can hear the music. Good?
Me gustan tus labios, ¿sabes? Lloro mirando hacia la aurora. Por el sonido abre dulce sí de la viola. A veces enlaces, tropiezas sus bases. A veces tienes que hacer contigo las paces. A veces si haces, no haces, si haces los pases. Te levantas.
Oh, yeah, I can. Good idea. I'll turn this on. Oh. Still running two different devices. Okay. There we go. You hear it now? You mean in... Okay. It's not... You can't hear it unless I share sound. Let's see. Oh, I see what you mean. Down there. More options. Is that better? Oh wait, no, that's letting in the Discord music. Okay. No problem, meaning you can hear it already? Or not? Oh, okay, cool. You found the bot. Alright, I'll try to give it a playlist. Oh, nope. I think you're the only one that has control over it right now. It's asking if I wanted to add it to some other server that I own. Doesn't look like this is on the list. It says we need a premium account. I don't think I can give it a playlist. Only you can. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. Oh. Switcher. Yeah, worth trying. It's okay though. Alright. I'm just gonna get started then. Yeah, sounds good. I'm gonna jump into code, see what's going on. Alright. So, my job is, let's see, do a little reading, see what people have updated. Translating medical documents, latest AI models, or both OCR translation, whatever that is, simple, useful, accessible. Okay. See what this what I'm reading. And then Vercel blog store for file storage and shareable links, whatever that is. Okay. So next, of course. OCRs, okay, using Maestro OCR based model, translation using Maestro small, okay, stores uploaded documents temporarily, so, okay, it's just doing it all on the front end, so we're not actually storing it in a dedicated back end. Files are automatically deleted after processing. Yep. Direct integration with Maestro API. 2-minute cache control. Automatic file deletion after processing. Management. Oh, nice. I hear music. You got it working? Sick. Alright. Let me check in. Welcome, Master. Alright, check back. You want me to mute? Oh, okay, I can mute the bot whenever I want. Nice. I can test it really quick. That turned off the music, right? For you all as well? First time we're using a bot, so we're just messing around with it. Cool. Yeah, I hear it. You guys do too? Okay, cool. Oh, you mean with me recording it, this music might be copyrighted. That's true. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I'll mute for now. I might turn it on later. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. Dan didn't tell me about any of the restrictions we had for music yet, so I'm not sure. But yeah, for sure. Okay, let's see. Where is it? I don't see load running. Okay, yeah. Oh, sweet. Booting up with no errors. Oh, no, there's some errors. Alright, let's see if it does anything. Trying to find a PDF. Let's see what I can actually throw in here. What's a PDF? Sure, throw in a resume. Old one. Oh, that's not good. Failed process document. I think it's not connected to this string. Okay. Still haven't really gotten a chance to read through the README to see what everyone else was doing, so I'm going to read through that first before I go back and debug and see why things aren't running yet. Generation route. So, this is for both ACI, translation, the engine. These are okay. Keeps the layout. Print out. So that would be ideal. It would be cool to have a shareable ready link. It's probably not implemented yet. Handwriting, mixed layout. Okay. Alright, let me check in with you guys. Oh, nice. Welcome, welcome. Got a couple extra viewers. Cool. I'm gonna jump back in the code and try to get this thing running. So far I've just installed my packages and just reading over some of the documentation. So it's gonna take me a sec to get up to speed of where these guys have left off. Oh, the bot is gone. Sad. That's okay. You're welcome to put it back if you wanted, but maybe that bot is probably a paid bot. You guys can figure it out on the side while I do this. I started at about like 4:15, so I'll be running just 2 hours from that time. to see as far as I can get. So if any of you haven't been on the previous live streams, I've got 2 hours and I'm in a relay. So there are 6 devs. We each have 2 hours to make some contributions. Generally with a goal in mind for each position in the relay. Mine is more like security and auth, I think. But I'm going to see where the app is at right now and figure out exactly what I want to do with the time I've got. So I'm just generally reading over the README and asking Cursor some questions at the moment. Alright, let me get to... Yeah, so this is my spot. I'm pinching in for one of the developers that was in the lineup. So I can show you. In general, we have all of our, like any of these in the future series, we're going to be posting it here on 6Devs1Project. And it has replays of the previous live streams. And our lineup started with Ray, Emery, and then Dan. Zach was yesterday. Rose sadly can't make it, so I'm pinching in. And then Harry's going to finish us off. So he's 6 in the lineup. Again, you can find any of the old streams here. If they're not here, just send NoCode Dan a message and let him know. And he can request them from, maybe Emery didn't post his yet or something like that, or Zach didn't. But we'll have them all here eventually. And in general, are y'all, have you seen any of the previous ones, Masta or AZ? I'll check in a sec. First one, okay, cool, nice. Yeah, for sure. I'll give you guys a quick rundown then, aside from that as well, like kind of the mission of what we're trying to do here at Live Panda and with this 6Devs1Project. So in general, we're trying to create a vibrant community of, coding experts that really leverage AI, like Cursor or Lovable or Bolt or any of those platforms that help us code a little more efficiently. And we want to be able to host events like this. We want to, have people collaborating within the platform. So we just started this last week. Gabriel, myself, and a few others are trying to promote this, vibe group. And this event in particular is going to be part of a series. We're going to be doing this multiple times. So if any of you wanted to join, just send me a DM. And I can send you the form to sign up. So we'll do probably one of these every 2 weeks to a month, and like have fun with the relay. Hopefully we make a product that works and we can put it on Product Hunt. But yeah, to jump in as a dev, that's right. Yeah, if any of you want to jump in as a developer, and the only requirement is we share our screen while we're doing it. We want to give that to our YouTube, professional Dan to be able to mix it up and give us a nice video at the end. So we just have a few simple requirements with microphones and screen recording capabilities, but that's all you need. And then, we all just jam together and vibe. So this event is sponsored by my company, Imaginary Space. We build any sort of software, but specifically we try to tailor our audience to AI software, but we build anything in 30 days or less. So it's pretty simple. Companies come to us. We have bigger companies like Dude Wipes, like a almost 1,000 people company called TechEver. all the way to startups or like, the biggest YouTuber, Madrasa, online. Um, he's built like a learning platform for others. So, the sky's the limit. Anyone can use our services, but we're trying to get our name out there a bit, so we can keep growing and also be able to fund cool events like this. We've got a pretty big team. It's myself and two co-founders. Harry, Franco are my co-founders, and then we've got about 11 or 12 now on our team. Developers and admins or business people doing sales. But yeah, it's simple with our clients. They hop on for 10,000 a month at the minimum, and then we go from there. So they can have dedicated developers or utilize our whole team to make sure that their MVP gets out in 30 days. So that's enough about us. But if you ever want to reach out, just go to Imaginary Space. You can book a call with me on this website or with Harry. I'll get back to the dev session though. Thanks for listening, guys. And definitely oh, hey Ray, what's up? I just saw you jumped in. Hey, you're muted.
Got a coffee shop outside.
It's nice. Looks sunny for both of us right now. Cool. Yeah, I just gave the spiel and just about to jump into the code to see what's going on. But yeah, thanks for joining. If you want to comment or chat with people, you're welcome to, obviously, as I'm going. I'll be a bit heads down for the next 2 hours, so. Cool. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, so I'm still just gonna read through the README a little bit more, and try to see where the other devs made some progress, and just get familiar with the app. So I already got a copy of the recent updates, and I've got my development environment going. But let's see. Okay, so I was already kind of to the end, but it looks like in general we have our app running, and it doesn't have a dedicated backend, but it's using blob storage instead. So whenever we generate the transcription from what was it called, OCR, it's stored with blob storage. We're not saving anything, but they can then download it theoretically. And we want to add some shareable links, it looks like. So once we have it going, we could share it with a link. I imagine we're going to have to actually store this to be able to do the shareable link. I'll definitely, Ray, if you've used Vercel's blob storage before, do you know if it's saved long enough where I could actually use a shareable link, or do you think I need to implement a database?
You can set it. It's a Redis database, so you can actually set an expiration. So
okay.
You can say I want to share it for X days, and then put a time limit, and then it'll just expire, and it'll basically be deleted.
Okay, sick. Nice. All right. And does this have any...
I missed most of the stream yesterday, so yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately I did too. I didn't have internet for the first hour. So I don't really know what he did. But seems like Zach was hard at work trying to set up some things, and he tried to get us set up with a Stripe payments right at the end, but he didn't have enough time, so I'll probably have to do that. And I don't think we have login or anything like that if we wanted to have that, but
just played around with Clerk billing, and it's pretty fast. I was able to get it set up extremely fast, actually.
Oh, really? So Clerk instead of using Stripe? That's cool.
They have Stripe built in,
Oh.
So it's literally just one call, and we just say, hey, like we don't even have to do any webhooks or anything. It's just like they handle the authentication,
Whoa.
and then once the user is paid, we show them the app. Yeah.
Oh, sick. That'd be probably a bit faster. Sweet. All right, I'll look into it. Awesome. Um, let's see. Okay. I'm gonna see. I did run the application and then I tried processing a document, but got some errors. So I'm gonna give this to Cursor and let it think about it for a sec while I.
Oh, you might need some the blob store key and stuff.
Yeah, I think I need the keys still. Yeah, let me find.
You can make a blob store if you have a Vercel account, or I could just give you mine.
Okay. Yeah. Let me. I don't have one, so if you can give me yours, I'll drop it in the env. Let me stop sharing though while I deal with that, so I don't expose this. Will you? Yeah, I guess just DM me. Thank you. So.
I gotta go find a bathroom. I'll hop on in a bit.
All good. Thank you. Let's see which is incorrect. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm just going in and I'm updating my env file. I don't want to show everyone the keys, so I'm not sharing at the moment. But I'll be back in a sec. Okay, cool. Alright, accept this. And let me see if it updated right. I'm gonna drop a PDF real quick, just to test. Nice, looks like it's working. Okay, alright, I'll share my screen again. Coming back to y'all. Okay, so I shouldn't have to add any more API keys for a little bit, so we should be good. Oh, nice. Yeah, we can pop in the music. It looks like it's on now. Can you all see my screen again? It looks like it's not showing for me, but just double checking. Yes? Okay, cool. Alright, I'm going to jump back in the app. Here it is. So we have little warnings. Nice. So I get a translation into English. This isn't a non-English document, so I need to find maybe some PDF. Let's see, Spanish PDF. I'll just download something. Maybe medical templates. Let's see if I can download one of these. Nice. Okay, that looks Spanish enough to me. And 2 pages. We might have to test a bit longer, like a large document at some point, but I'm going to start with this and see how far it goes. So let's see, new document. Let's see if drop works. I already did adding by file. Nice, looks good. So it's extracting with OCR. No crazy errors. It's just a warning, probably nothing crazy. Oh, nice. Okay. looks like a little weirdness here. I'm going to look at the original just to side by side. Okay. So just like quick look, I can see it would be nice if formatting would be involved. So, oh nice, and I can see original text. Oh, sick. That's pretty cool. Okay, so whenever it comes in, these are probably spaces, it looks like. It's just like weird formatting stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's what these are too. Just a bunch of spaces and formatting things. Okay, so I mean, it seems like it does a pretty good job. I'm not an expert in Spanish, so I don't know exactly, but it looks like it's getting all of this stuff, whatever that is. These are all attributes. And phone number looks good. Yep. Cool. Okay. Nice. Alright. So let's see what I can do to push this thing to the next stage. Oops. Oops. Shoot. Sorry. Edit that out. Please don't use them. Okay. So where's the reading? Alright. So let's see. So it's a Redis DB. I'm just going to put this note for myself. And can save for a time period. So that's probably not implemented yet. I'll ask Cursor just to double check before even going through the code. Okay. Let's see. So looks like we can store our docs in blog storage. Are we currently setting a time period? And I'm going to ask instead of using the agent because I don't want it to actually make code changes. Just ask it and see what happens. While it's doing that, I'm going to do a little. Oh wait, it's kicking in pretty fast. So let's see. Alright, so I've never used blob storage really with Vercel particularly, so I'm just reading up on it and just double checking how it's working. And this is an opportunity whenever you're doing a project that you don't have like expertise in any sort of environment. I find helping handhold me a bit. Cursor comes in handy for stuff like that, so it tells me exactly what's going on by looking through the code, and I definitely like that because I don't have to be an expert in all the things. So yeah, it looks like okay. So it's saying it's got 2 minutes. Okay. Cache control only controls how long the file is cached by the CDN, not how long it is kept in blob storage. Okay. The file will remain in blob storage until explicitly deleted in your code or manually. Okay, so we probably need to implement a time limit so it automatically excuse me, deletes what we have stored after. Maybe we could say like 2 weeks by default, and then with shareable links we might want it to be only active for maybe a week or two as well. Just thinking out loud here. Alright. Expiration set. Okay. File should be deleted after processing for privacy reasons. Okay, so we're thinking we're gonna delete it. Well, we wouldn't delete it right away, but right now it's not being deleted at all, so I have to implement that. In the current code, after processing and translating, there should be a call to delete the file from blob storage using delete function. Cool. And let's see where that is. So, okay, so it's in actions. Okay. Nice. Okay, what do you guys think? How long should I store this thing, and then when should I delete it? I think we're not going to be HIPAA compliant no matter what, so this is just going to be like a, I don't know, like, here, let me stop sharing for a sec, because I'm just going to talk. Yeah, so what do y'all think? How long do you think we should store these documents? I think the goal of this MVP is to get translations uploaded, and then for 10 years. Nice, Joe. And then we don't want to keep them for too long because we don't want to get sued for something. But we're also probably not going to be able to be completely HIPAA compliant. So in the U.S. at least, you know, this will be available for anyone to use. Okay. Alright, you guys are talking about other things, so I'm just going to jump back in the code. It's all good. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to set that. Alright, mouse cursor, see what's going on. Alright. Let's see. Can we set the automatic deletion to maybe 1 week is probably more than enough time for these people to give it to someone. I imagine their browser is not going to be open that long anyway, so. And get out of ass, or well, let's see. Well, I think I'm just going to let it rip. I don't think I need to ask right now. Let's just get some things cooking. Let's see. Immediately after processing, let's modify this to keep it for 1 week. And then after this, I'm thinking I will update it so we can have that shareable link. And then that's only going to be valid for a week as well. So looks like it's gonna store it in the database or cache. Okay. Alright. It's saying after 1 week, but usually that should be like days or hours or something like that. I would think. Oh, okay, it's setting it up here. Got it. Alright, so that looks good. I'll accept that. And let me read over what Cursor's got. We added it to the schedule blob deletion helper function. This is calculating, which I saw, in minutes and hours to be deleted after 1 week from now. Let me double check. Okay. And uses a set time to schedule the deletion, handles actual deletion after the time period. Let me just double check. This. Returns expires at field. Okay. Let me log that really quick. Let's ask it to. Can we log the expires at in the console just to make sure. We're doing this correctly. Okay, so I'm just going to go and test this after the fact. So let's go, it should. So it'll take the current time and then deletion time. Okay, let's double check it's working on the front end. Alright, so I've got my little trusty medical document here. Let's see if we get the response in the console. Okay, well, I'm not getting any response at all. Your uploaded file has been deleted from our servers to ensure privacy. All we've got is copy and paste. We probably want to be able to download this as a PDF. Maybe, did I not save? Okay, here we go. So, 7 days. Okay. Cool. Alright, so it came in. It looks like we got the timestamp correctly. And it's going to expire in 7 days. So that should be sick. Alright, nice job, Cursor. I like to give a little affirmations sometimes. Alright, let's see. Now that we have that implemented, let's get rid of the consoles. Let's do this. And then I'm going to move trying to get the shareable link going, and then probably PDF download instead of just being able to copy and paste. And I'd also like to clean up the UI a bit, so I have some thoughts on that as well, but we'll get there when we get there. And again, just to remind everyone, I only have 2 hours to work on this, so I'm probably half an hour in. And you know, I'm not expected to do everything, but I'm trying to set up as much as I can with the allotted time. Looks like we don't even have like a landing page or anything like that talking about what this application is. We're still just mainly looking at features and stuff like that. So cool. Looks like it deleted. I guess I could have done it myself too. I could have popped in here and just, you know, reverted the change. You know, I didn't have to ask Cursor, but I wanted to give Cursor a little pat on the back too. So let's see. Now, what was it? We want to be able to share this with a shared link. Okay. Now let's allow the user to share this document with a shared link. Can you help me implement this? Alright, so let's make a new route. That makes sense. This is okay. Now it's getting into actions to access the file store. Okay. Now we need to make the shared documents map accessible to the files. We create a new file store. All right. This is the page. Okay, let's see. All right, so it created a shared documents store in shared documents.tss. Added a function to store the documents for sharing in actions.tss, and then it created a share page with a unique ID that displays the shared document. Added automatic cleanup after 1 week. The flow works like this. When a document is processed, the document data is stored in the shared documents map. A unique ID is generated using nano ID. Okay, it's not a great name, but we'll go for it. A shareable link is created with that ID. Alright, I'll accept these and go and chain and check them out. I guess I should have commented already. Oh well. Oh. Okay. So. Okay. Let's see. What happens here? Downloads. Process. Doesn't look like it shows us. UI we want to be able to share this document with a shareable link. Let's see, there is no UI component that I can click and share and copy with this. Can you help me? There we go. Let's get the Ruby running. Okay, so it looks like it's creating new components. Okay, it would have been nice if it set this up in a different way, but it's okay. Alright, let's take a look and see what it looks like. Alright, so okay, so it's obviously running on my local host, not a production link yet, so that's fine, but let's see what this looks like. And what does it show me? Yeah, good. That's okay, it's at least producing it. This link will expire in 7 days. Cool. Good. Fast refresh, rebuilding. Yep. Alright. I'm going to come back here and check in with everyone. Thanks for joining. Any suggestions? Obviously, jump in the chat. You can, critique what I'm doing. I don't care. Or give me some feedback. That's all good. So I'm running through, trying to get a couple extra features in. Looks like y'all are playing some music, maybe? I don't know if you can hear it. Sweet, thanks, Ray. Oh, you want to know about the project overall? Okay, yeah, so, alright. So we had 6 devs, we're all committing 2 hours to this. The first dev was given a README, and Ray was our first dev. And he basically had a bunch of ideas that we all came up with, and he popped all those ideas into OpenAI to assess their validity in the marketplace and based on some search terms. And we ended up landing on this PDF translation document to help people translate medical documents. So that's what I'm building right now, or helping build, and trying to add a couple extra features. So we can currently translate these documents and download them. We're gonna ideally be able to charge someone. I'm probably gonna have to get into that, and probably just like a one-off thing. I saw in the README that we could probably charge anywhere from $15 to $200 for something like this, and just be like a one-off charge, no subscriptions or anything like that. And I forgot to take note What was that, Ray? The payments provider you said that use Stripe as a wrapper? Clerk, right? Okay, thank you. So once I add a couple more features, I'm probably going to go into checking out Clerk and setting that up, because it should be pretty quick. So since time is of the essence, oh, thank you. Cool, I'll open that up in my tab. Yeah, so we can actually charge for these things and do the auth and everything all in one shot. Okay. Cool, I'll come back to this. But it looks like we're at least generating a shareable link. We obviously will have to serve this on Netlify or somewhere, so we get a real URL. It would be good to also have a URL. If any of you have any ideas of what this thing should be called, go ahead and drop it in chat. It'd be cool to have some ideas, and I can also look for URLs while I'm in my dev session. I'm going to code a little bit more, but I'll look in the chat for those ideas of what this document translator should be called. Okay. Alright, so I do see the card component is creating the shareable link. I'm probably going to be okay with this for now until I can actually test it on Netlify, because I'm going to have to make some adjustments anyway. So, alright. Now, I'll look into Clerk really quick as well. I can probably just get the docs here and give them to Cursor, so I don't have to read anything. I'm going to add some context. I like to do it here. I know some people use web, but I end up saving them. So, Clerk docs. And I'll add my URL here. Alright, now I can add the context. Okay, so well, actually, before I do that, let me see your ideas, and then maybe I'll build a little landing page real quick. So we'll have to use, or we'll have to get this off of app, and oh, thank you, Ray. Sick. So, oh, okay, here's straight into the docs. Nice. Nice. Okay. Alright, then let's add this context to docs. Oh wait, did it actually get done? No, shoot. Oops, should have Oh, it's because it's named. Okay. Oopsies. Okay. Clerk. Set up docs. There we go. Now I have it in the right place with a good name. Alright. Charge users for this service. Can you help me set up work and maybe to handle the payments and auth. There should be a separate page for this and lightweight components. Make that easy to understand and not too much. Not more than okay. So we're going to set up a pricing page for that. Alright, I'm going to get some inspiration. Let's see. Alright, so did anyone drop in any ideas of what we should call this thing? Oh, yeah, I see one. Sick. Medi Bridge, I like it. Medilingo. Polymedi, okay, nice. Metilator, ooh, that's fun. Like medical translator, bolted together, I like it. Nice, okay. Let me look up some of these and see if we have a domain for them. Looks like I'm about 40 minutes into my dev session, or 45 minutes or so, based on the time I have on my computer. Let's see. Oh wait, actually, could someone create a poll with all these ideas real quick in the chat, since we have so many different names, and then we can all vote on it? Sick. Thanks, guys. I'm still gonna just check to see what we have while you guys do that, and it'd be cool. So I'll try to tailor the branding around whatever we choose as well in the front end for the landing page. Okay, so we don't have .com, but maybe .app? Again, you know, this is a, okay, so we got .co or .app, either way. This is a, you know, ideally we're going to launch this as a MVP on Product Hunt at the end of our dev sessions, and it would be cool to have, you know, something somewhat legit looking, so people don't know that we just hacked this together in 12 hours, but it's actually a legit service people could use. So cool. Did you create the, did anyone get a poll in here? Clear med doc. Ooh, that's fun. So maybe add clear med doc as well. I like that. Or med PDF now. Okay. I like that too, Ray. Thanks. One sec before we vote, let's update this and then put a new one in. Emery, you might have an idea for one too? Cool. All right, I'm gonna check into Cursor and see where it's at with the, okay, yeah, I figured I would have to install some stuff. So clerk, let me get to the top. Where's my prompt? There it is, okay. We're gonna create a pricing page, then authentication with clerk, finally integrate payments. Handle authentication, sick. Let's create user profile component to handle subscription status. Nice. That looks good. Now let's create the layout component that handles authentication UI. And then importing all the things into layout. Oh, looks like we have a little install error. Weird. Let's see what I'm missing. Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. How do we do that? Hold on. I'm just gonna accept these and then come back. Let's make sure. Okay, that's added. It's probably just an import conflict, but cursor run is that why? Jump in with you. Okay, sick. Okay, we've got some votes in. I'm gonna stop sharing so I get to vote anonymously. Let's see. I like a lot of these. These are awesome. Okay, I'm gonna make my vote. Cool. Alright, did everyone vote? Okay, cool. So it looks like the top one. Nice. Thanks, Ray. You added, just popped it into ChatGPT to see what it said. Oh, good idea. Let's see. So which one? Which one should we go with, guys? What do you think? So for SEO, it looks like medpdf.com looks pretty good on, or actually, could I invite you to the stage, Ray? And then you can go through the results, and then also I'm going to take into consideration what these guys say. Yeah, sweet. Let me accept. So I can do two things at once. That'd be cool.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo, yeah, we can all hear you.
We're trying to bias everyone's voting things. medpdf.now. Ooh.
So we've got a bunch. What did ChatGPT say? So I don't have to look at that.
Oh, I asked ChatGPT and I said, how is it like as far as when people talk about it, what would that sound like? And then what does it look like from an SEO perspective? And it said that medpdf.com, it was like a Chinese medical book download site.
Oh.
And then medpdf.ai is a assistant for biomed PDFs. And then there's like a Persian bookstore. So That's what I was looking at, MedPDF now, or medpdf.now. Let's see.
Okay,
What
cool.
else do I see? Domains and handles. Yes, so the .com, just medpdf.com AI app taking. But I don't think MedPDF now and app are widely free, and MedPDF now is available on X and Instagram.
Oh, sick. Okay,
Um,
that's good.
yeah,
Oh, nice. Okay,
yeah.
so
I think adding the now is the bigger positioning here, because we're basically adding urgency.
yeah, and that's the goal. We want to
It's
like
cool.
show that we can get this done immediately instead of waiting 2 weeks. I like that too. And if it's available, maybe that's the one we should get anyway.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm kind of partial to that as well. What did the vote say? What was top for Med PDF was top anyway, so just adding the now
Yeah,
looks like we go with our vote as
yeah.
well.
And then, exactly.
Sweet. Okay. All right. I'll get that then. Med PDF now, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's sweet. It's an exact match.
And it's available?
Yep.
That's ridiculous. Let's go.
Yes. All right, we're gonna continue to check out. So I'm gonna buy this thing, and I'm also gonna set up a quick Netlify server. I think I'm gonna try to keep, since I only have 2 hours, I'm really trying to get a lot done as fast as I can. And oh wait, hold on, I don't want to buy domain protection. We'll remember to renew this, I hope. But
For sure.
yeah, so I'm familiar with Netlify, so I'm sure since this is a Next.js application, I can swing this up on Netlify, and then we can use the GitHub. So if we ever update this in the future, everything's going to be kosher. And then I'll have to update the DNS records, obviously, so this thing's actually live, but it should be running everything super quick. Let's see. Let me get rid of this. What do you think? 3 years? That's probably good.
We could do 2 years to start. I mean,
2
it
years?
should be nice.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. We can always renew it. And Ray and I, this is the first time we've done this, but we were thinking it was fair that since we have all 6 devs of us contributing the same amount of time for this little startup, we would all agree to just split any revenue that we get from the app equally, kind of as like a gentleman's handshake in the beginning. And then if people actually decided they wanted to run with this idea, because it's like, getting crazy traction or something, we could then sign an operating agreement for those who actually want to pursue the startup. So this is all, an experiment, but we are, trying to respect everyone and build something cool. So if we actually did build something that works and people are willing to pay for it, and we decide, we may as well make this into a real business, we give everyone the option to be a part of that team if they want to, but we would all have to, have a bit more discussions about what that looks like. But we have a little mini contract at least. We still have to sign it, I think, though. But we'll do that before we actually launch it. All right, it's ours. Sweet. Okay, so I'm not going to publish this little thing right now. Okay, let me check into Cursor while this is loading. Alright, so it looks like we still have some dependency stuff. Let's make sure it's installed properly. I've become incredibly lazy when it comes to dependency problems. Now that Cursor just does it all for me and like runs it in the terminal. I don't know about you guys, but I love that because I hate getting stuck in dependency hell. Looks like it created a local for the API keys. We already had an env file though. So it's setting up a little local server though. Gotcha. Okay. So we need our actual clerk keys. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll put it in the NV. But I need to create a clerk account. Real quick. Oh wait, actually I have it open, don't I? Yeah. Let's see. Go to the dashboard. Auth with Google, because why not? And we already had the Mistral API key added, I think, so I don't know why it was asking for this, but either way I'll get rid of this .env local thing. We don't need it. And I haven't been really good about actually making good commits here. I've been a little distracted by being able to share and all that stuff, but I should be better about that. Where whenever I'm doing updates, I put in some commits so people know what's going on. But in the sake of being in a hurry, I'm going to pop some of these in. And let's see, make sure. Yeah, that's not added. Good. Okay. All right. Let's see if I have this rolling. So as a reminder, this is the 6Devs1Project series. We're doing this. This is the first time we're doing it, but we will probably do this series going forward. So if anyone's interested in joining, you can come to this website, 6devs.com/signup, and join as a developer if you want to be a developer. Otherwise, you can get the newsletter and just know when this is happening. But it'd be cool if any of you want to join for the next round. We'll use a similar format. We'll probably learn a lot from this, so we're going to update things so it's a little smoother and everything. But just again, it's 6Devs1Project. And there's a little form you fill out here. Okay, I'm going to jump back in here. All right, so it's called, what was it again? Med PDF now. So I can keep those naming conventions the same. Med PDF now. .com. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see. Med PDF now. A little bigger. That should be good. Alright, so sign-in options, sweet. So it sets up the authentication for us, it looks like. I've never used Clerk before, but this seems pretty awesome. So we've got email login or Google email. We could add others, but I think that's probably good enough for most users that might use this. Oh, it even has TikTok. That's kind of cool. So we could have like a social sign-in. I'm going to throw that in there anyway, just because why not? We may be dealing with a lot of people from other countries, and a lot of people use TikTok. So that seems maybe applicable. Okay, from this list, do you guys see anything else that I should add for login, or you think Google and TikTok would be enough? I'm just gonna assume that it's good enough. No one's in the chat messaging, but all right, let's create this application. Med PDF now. Alright, so copy this quick start guide as a prompt for LLMs to implement. Oh wow, that's cool. And we are using Next and React, so maybe I can use their prompt. Okay, let's see what it even says. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. We are, yeah, we're fine. Okay. Account, and it gave me this prompt to get started. Let's see, what is it? Cool. It seems to give you a bit of code and then also some instructions. Nice. Okay, well, we'll let it rip and see what happens. Click malware. Okay, so there's going to be a little malware.tsx added for the login. That'll be pretty nice. So far. Consequences of incorrect implementation using clerk methods. It could break, yeah. Okay. Seems like these are all good. Let's see what Cursor comes up with. Into the root layout, you can remove the separate path layout components. Yep. Okay, while this is loading, I'm gonna go and spin up a Netlify server, and then connect my GitHub to it real quick, or our shared GitHub project. Projects. Oh, there. Okay. I need to log in again. Alright, here we'll add a new project. Import an existing project. So we're going to be using GitHub, so hopefully I have the right credentials here. I should. I'm pretty sure we all have admin for these repos. So 6Devs. No repos found. Okay. Maybe it's because I don't own it. I'm just gonna scroll down just to double check. Yeah, it's seeing all of them, so that's weird. Yeah, it's probably because I don't own it. I can probably set this up. I can create a new repo, since I technically am not supposed to have a lot of access to the other people. based on, you know, our short timeline and everything. Yeah, see you later. So I think I'll just create a new GitHub and then drop all the, well, that's probably not good. Because then I have to pass that to the next person. I'll put this on hold for now, and then I can let the next, well, I don't know. I'll think about this as I'm working. But let's double check where we are with clerk. Looks like cursor's still working on it. Okay, and I've got probably another 40 minutes or so. So there's a little bit of a time crunch. Maybe I have to. Oh, okay. I needed to accept the deletion. Got it. So now the clerk integration is up to date with the latest best practices. Sick. And it's all going to be in malware.tsx. We've got a sign-in button for authentication. Sweet. Okay. Let's accept these, and then I'm going to try it in the app. Hopefully all is well. So, oh yeah, I forgot to add the public keys still. I'm going to stop sharing for a second while I get my keys set up so I don't show them to you all. Be right back. Okay, so I need to configure, go to API keys, sweet, copy, publish it, okay, let's see what you've got, okay. Alright, I'm going into my env and updating this really quick. So it looks like they want it in env.local. Maestro, I don't actually need in here, because I've got Maestro already set up in the .env. I'm just going to put these all in .env actually. I don't know why it wants me to have a separate document for this. If there's a problem, I can change it obviously. Delete this. And pop these in. Alright, save that, and then it should be rolling in the app. If it is, I'll pop in I'll start sharing again. Maybe it does want me to have it in the app. So it's referencing .env.local. Okay, saved. Let's see if we're good now. And reload. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, yeah. screen share the UI to screenshot? What do you mean? You want me to take a screenshot and put it in the chat? I added the keys, so I'm just going to leave them in there. Oh, you're going to screenshot. Got it. One sec. It's not running right now, so now that I added the clerk API keys, it's yelling at me. So in a second we'll go. I'm going to get Cursor to debug real quick. Okay. I added the clerk API keys. Now I'm getting this error. Can you fix it? Or tell me what I need to do. Okay. It's because we need to configure. Okay. Right, so the routes are messed up. Got it. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. Let's do it. That doesn't matter, but okay. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's the same error, but I'm just going to copy and paste it just in case. Is there a problem with what I added to the.local? Also, can these all be in .env? Oh wait, did I even add the error? Oops. What did I do? Nope. Well, let's see if this fixed it. Yeah, I have these environment variables already added. Okay, so it doesn't matter, it can be .env or .local, that's what I figured. Not gonna go into those though, so sure. Okay, I'm gonna accept these changes and see what happened. Hopefully it's written. Come on, work. No. Still, okay, let me actually read these. Route can be rendered. I'm going to add a little context here, because it seems that maybe cursor, cursor may have, hold on, I need to stop sharing because I think I'm on the page where I show my env file, or env. I'll be right back. Here. Yeah. Here's the code for the key. Yeah, okay. Back. Back. Yeah. Okay, I've got the URL now. Alright, I can share again. CLC. Okay, so I'm just going to add this as a little bit of context. I think it might be able to find it even though I'm logged into my dashboard. If not, oh well, we'll just see. But I gave it this prompt anyway earlier, and it should have referenced all of this stuff anyway. And I know it did give it some code snippet. I believe it did have this router section added, but just in case, we'll add a little more context here. So here we go. Clerk router, I'll call it. Here's this. And I can always look at this for myself, which is nice. Oh shoot, I know. And then we can enter and oops. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna add this as context. And I gave it the errors. Let's see if it fixes it. Okay, so it said we're using it in a static route, and we need to make the root layout dynamic to handle authentication properly. Okay. So we're forcing dynamic. Interesting approach, but okay. Let's see. Let me just double check. See if it's working. Okay. So for some reason it's not. I'm gonna ask it to add some logs. So we get a little bit more informative console logs, hopefully. Okay, let's see where we're at. Added quite a few logs. So, still there. What does it even get to? There's nothing. It's not running certain. And doesn't even get to logs because of that. Okay. So I'm just gonna let Christian know that There we go. Now we're getting some useful logs. Okay, let me check. Maybe it's running. It's refreshing. I just had to probably restart the server. Components refreshing. There we go. Okay, sweet. All right. Sorry about that, Gabriel. Now you can take a screenshot. You want me to get rid of my my console here for you? Are you still there? Okay, well, I'm just going to keep moving. Looks like I'm going to start testing to see if we have our authentication and payments added. So I can probably still do this. I didn't change the code yet to say we can't actually translate our documents unless we've signed in or paid. But I'm just going to let it roll and see what happens. So I'm going to drop one just to confirm, and then I'm going to try the sign up flow. So let's process the document. And the language is English, so it's going from Spanish to English here. Looks like it's still working. So I was right. I still have to change the code so it only works when we're signed in. And we have a pricing screen here. And we have a shareable link. I'm going to deal with this once we actually have it serving on our URL to make sure that these are working. But I implemented this earlier. It looks like we're changing, we're translating it just fine. The format is a little funky still. Hopefully I have time to fix this, but maybe the next dev will get time. If not, we have a little error there. It's still that warning, extra attributes. I don't have to worry about that, I don't think. So all of our logs are coming through, it's rendering. There actually wasn't any code mistakes that Cursor made. It was just that I forgot to restart the server once I implemented the auth login. Okay, so I'm going to try the sign-in flow now. So we added TikTok and Google as sign-in, and you can also just do email address. But I'm going to do Google sign-in for myself, and then I'll try by just the email and password as well to just double check it's working. So we're using Clerk here, if you weren't on the stream earlier, and it handles authentication and payments. I've never used Clerk before, so this is the first time I've tried implementing it, but it seemed pretty quick. I mean, with one prompt, they even give you the prompt to set it up. It seems to be working decently. Okay, well, get the big warning. That's fun. Alright, let's see. So it's doing SSO. And okay. Sweet, and I'm logged in. Okay, so that worked. Oh no, I changed pages. Oh well. Yeah, so I'm not going to have pricing like that. Good suggestion though. We're just going to be like, they can pay for it or they cannot pay it. No freemium sort of subscription model. But earlier Cursor made that page, so I haven't actually gotten to test it since we were doing a bunch of stuff at once. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure that no one can use the translator unless they're logged in. And then we're going to need a fancy, it's called Doc Translate, it's funny. We're going to need a fancy landing page as well. So this will be our dashboard or whatever. Right now it's still in our app.tsx, so So this is all we got. And we have a pricing page, I think. Okay. So, and then I need to update the pricing page to match what's in the README. I think we suggested it was like $200 a shot or something like that. I'll double check though. Okay. Sweet. I can get rid of this context now. And all right, I'm gonna ask cursor to. I'm gonna cancel this. I didn't actually have that issue. Okay. So now we need to only allow logged in users to see the translate page. Yeah, we'll do that first, and then we can deal with the pricing page after that. Should have probably gave it a little bit more of a prompt to say, like, some user feedback or something, but we'll see what it does with a general prompt and then go from there. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to you guys for a second while I'm waiting for that to run. So for those of you who don't know, I only have about 20 minutes left on my clock, and that's my 2-hour coding session for the 6Devs1Project. So, all of us, we have 2 hours each, and the idea is to create a startup in 12 hours. Hey, what's up, Mr. 213DT? Good to see you here. Oh yeah, I'll stop sharing so you can see my face. Welcome. So I'm gonna jump right back into this project. I have like super limited time. I'm feeling the anxiety. Just kidding. But I'm trying to get a couple more things in here before I roll. Gabriel will chat with you though while I'm coding, and you guys can vibe. But let's see. It's cool to see you here though. Just as a reminder, you can find any of the project information here at 6Devs1Project.com. So you can also, if you're a Viber and want to join a team, we're going to be doing this as a series over the next months. And the Vibe stage here is where it's all at. So good to see that you joined. And if you wanted to join for the next one as a developer, you can. Just go to the bottom or click join us, or just get news updates from our newsletter. It's right there. Alright, let's see where cursor is. Okay, so earlier I gave it a really broad prompt, which wasn't great. But let's see how this thing did. Okay, so I was basically asking it to make sure that people don't see the dashboard unless they're logged in now that I have Clerk installed. So it looks like it's updating the middleware page. So it's updating the router. That's good. We want that. So if they're not authenticated, it goes to the router page. It's probably not the exact flow we want to do, but let me see. It looks okay. So I'm going to accept these and then just double check to see what it looks like in the UI. So I'm already logged in. Oh yeah, we don't even have a logout, I don't think. Hold on. Yeah, we don't. So I can't even test it. Let me implement logout. Have the ability to log out and have a log out button in the now Okay, cool. So let me see. Yeah, all is good. Cool. So it added a sign out function with clerk and updated the nav bar. So we have a sign out. Sweet. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna sign out. And then I'm gonna reload. Nice, so right now it's just hiding it because I'm not logged in. That makes sense. Let me sign in and just make sure nothing's broken. And I will then move on to creating a bit of a landing page that makes this all make sense, because the changes I just made, if a user actually landed on this page, would probably be super confused. Oh, oops, double click, not single click. Alright, sick. Okay, so that's working. Alright, I'm gonna commit these changes. Get rid of the lock. I'm in a bit of a hurry, so I'm not actually going to write this commit message out. I do like to write them though, myself. But, okay, so we got those two. It's healthy, so I'm going to push it. And earlier in the chat, we came up with the name of this application, and I bought a URL, so it's going to be medpdfnow.com. Let me build a little landing page real quick. Okay, cool. Now, and maybe we can get some inspiration before I do that. Here at 21st Devs, I like to use this site for some UI inspiration. Let's go to home and landing page. We're using shadcn for our component library, but I guess maybe I should ask. I'm just gonna ask Cursor to build me a landing page, so I have all the copy and everything set up, and then I'm gonna go in for some better UI inspiration after that. But if you guys want to look on 21st Devs and drop in the chat a couple cool components you think would be nice to add to the site, that would be awesome. So while I'm doing this, I'll come back to the chat and then look at whatever you came up with. Alright, so we've got, alright, so can you, alright, so I just bought the domain, well, okay, I'm just going to tell it what I called it. We are now calling this application med pdf now. We have the .com for this as well. Can you build me a landing page talking about the product, and let me add the README as some context, because we have a lot of good stuff in there from previous devs about what this project or what this product does, and use the README for inspiration for pricing and the pain point also look at use also use the best copy to sell this to users. We're going to update the pricing later because right now it thinks it's a freemium model. Maybe I should tell it that actually. So the pricing is not a freemium, but pay to use. So also update the pricing page based on that. Prices. Okay. Cool. Alright, I'm going to jump back into the chat and see what y'all came up with for some inspiration while that's running. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you found Ray's previous one. Did anyone find any cool 21st Devs components I could bring in for this landing page, or any buttons or UI effects? Doesn't look like you have yet, but alright. I'm going to jump back into the code then and see what's going on. Okay, so what do we have here? It's creating a crawling landing page, an update pricing page based on reviews, market research, target persona. Let's start with a landing page. Okay. Yeah, and we got rid of the console logs. Sick. That's smart. I didn't even ask it to do that, but I did want to get rid of those already. Pricing page based on market research. Yeah, so single document is 29. Bulk translation plan 900. So 50 pages. That's cool. I like it. Okay. I'm gonna accept those and take a look. Looks like it updated a bunch here. Okay, so I'm gonna see a lot of changes. Good. That's what I was hoping. Ooh. Alright. Sick. Okay, now let's see. So medical doc translated. Get your medical documents translated with AI-powered accuracy. Perfect for travelers, expats, and anyone needing urgent medical document translation. Sweet. Alright, did it set up my routes? Why is it going to /translate? Well, oh wait, that's where it should go. It needs to go, oh wait, hold on. That's not where it should go. Hold on. So, a little weirdness here. Okay. So we probably want the pricing just on the landing page. We still have the pricing page. Contact sales. Nice. We're not gonna probably have time to do that. It's just gonna be cut and dry. So I'll get rid of this. And then we can have these translate now, just redirect to the sign-in or pop-up modal. Okay, so I'm gonna tell it, yeah, so translate now and then start there. I can just call CTA, I guess. Okay, sick. Okay, that's a good start. For the CTO buttons, can we redirect them to the sign in? To sign in. We should also add messaging that well, I'll just get it started with that. But obviously, they're gonna have to pay before they use this service. So there's that. Yeah, there you go. Not translate. Sign in, of course. Good. Alright, so that should be updated. And then we wanted to get rid of some of the stuff on the pricing page. Just gonna double check. Okay, it's not this. How does this sign in? Since it's not actually going to a page, it's just doing a pop-up. Alright, so I need to tell cursor. Can the CTA buttons be behaved like we are clicking sign in? It gives us the clerk pop-up, not redirecting. Alright. Wait a minute. I don't know if that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I've only got about 15 minutes to really get him to be right on the wire. So this might be I need to sew all this stuff up real quick because I bought a domain, we came up with a name, we added a landing page, and we got authentication and payments set up. I still need to verify that the payments are working, but theoretically Click did that. Let's see. Sign up, let's see. Does it work? Yes. Alright. Sweet. So no matter which one, nice. And then pricing page is updated. We need to get rid of need enterprise solutions. Let's get rid of that component. Can we remove the need enterprise component? Okay, and now okay, so we want to remove this doc translate branding here and change it to the what was our domain again? Med PDF now. So okay. We removed it, that's good. Should just pop these in. Landing page and CTA login. Commit real quick. Okay, and right, so we need to update this. Can we I want to get some nice landing page inspiration to our hero section. Ooh, okay, these look pretty cool. What do you think? Dark theme or light themes in general for this? Dark, yeah. Anyone else? Light, or do you both think dark is better? Okay. Dark. You're also dark. People will be using it during the day. I kind of like a dark theme too. Like good contrast is always nice. So I'm gonna take a look. Obviously, if you have any suggestions for inspiration, you can just drop a screenshot in the chat. I'm just looking at 21st Devs right now. We can probably update the color scheme as well whenever I implement this. They're always like black and purple. Whoa, that's kind of cool though. Whoa. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Let's see. Does this actually look like a new hero section? That seems maybe a little bit too much. Okay. Yeah, and it seems like it doesn't render very quickly either. Okay, let's see some others. No. Okay. I'm gonna give a little screenshot, just change the colors, and I do like the little globe, you know, seeing the earth. I think that's kind of cool. Make sure it doesn't get that. Okay, I'll check in the chat before I drop this, just to make sure you didn't all say, no, light. You think light? Do you have a good screenshot of a light front end, like hero section that would be cool for this? I'm good with either. Okay, yeah, drop me a screenshot. Oh, I already have one. I mean, I was asking you if you wanted to drop a screenshot for a light if you didn't want dark. I'm happy to see any examples. Okay. The one that I was thinking was just adding this for the hero section. So it takes this like typography and the nice purple and dark colors, and then having a globe. And I was thinking of asking Cursor to animate this so it's like a, like animates as we scroll. Oh, I see what you mean. Up here. Okay. Alright, anyway. Let's see what we built. Okay, so from this image, can you update our hero section and use the typography and colors as inspiration? We also don't have the name in here correctly, right? And then doc translate. Okay. Remove doc translate and replace with med PDF now. Let's see. Actually, ChatGPT get us a little image. Wait a sec. Hold on. 4.0. What? It doesn't have the, it looks a little different from last week. Okay. Did I ever download it? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, and that's running. And that's gonna update the text. I'll add the logo later. good. Oh, is that all I got then? Oh yeah, because I'm not logged in. But it should still show the rest of the landing page. Oh yeah, all the buttons are still working. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's rolling. I'm going to. I need to probably create another repo. Since I'm not the owner, I can't actually hook this up. What's GSAP? I wasn't planning on it. For animations? Oh, yeah, good. You want to drop the link? Hi, Emra. Welcome. Have you been here before? Have you seen any of the previous dev sessions yet? Or is this your first time? Nice. I'll get you up to speed then as I'm doing this, since this is your first time here. So we're doing 6Devs1Project. So we've got 6 developers spending 2 hours. If you ever want to be one of those developers, you can come to this page, 6Devs1Project.com, and join us. At the bottom, you can join as a developer for future sessions, or just find out about us with a newsletter. And yeah, so I've got like 10 minutes left, so I can debrief later, but that's the gist for now. Let me see what Cursor did for me. Okay, sick. Okay, much better. This isn't super sexy, but it might be good for an MVP. And since I don't have much time and the design wasn't set up yet, I'm gonna get rid of this. Though we actually earlier bought a domain. We came up with a name for this product. We're basically building a PDF translator for different languages for medical documents. So, just like it says here. And after 12 hours of development with, like a relay system, 6 devs, 2 hours each, we're hoping that we can put this on Product Hunt and maybe make a couple bucks. So we have the application working, and I implemented login with Clerk, and also payments. So let's see if it updated the dashboard also. Oh, okay. Alright, once I'm logged in, one sec, let me tell cursor. Logged in, can you bring me to the translate page? Okay, yeah, so I'm really running up on all my time actually. So I'm gonna make just a couple more edits and then that's all I got. So I need to update the README as well. So I got some stuff done. I wasn't able to get a ton of security features implemented like I had hoped, partially because there wasn't much for like user flow. There was no security login, so I guess that's partially security. And the landing page really didn't have anything. It just like had some little UI tweaks done from earlier, and the functionality was really good though. So we were translating really well. Let's see what it did. Oh, okay, I'll accept all these and take a look. So here we are. Let me sign out so I can test this flow again. See if it's routing me in the place that I need to be. No, still going back to home. Okay. Come on, cursor. Cut to the translate. I forget what page that was, or what it was called. Hopefully I didn't. Maybe cursor deleted it. That'd be bad. Okay. Multi-page, translate. To update your header component to use translate as a sign object. No. Hold on. I'll actually look in the code. Earlier we had. Hopefully I didn't muddle this up. Slash pricing was. So it's just directly here. No, we didn't delete it, did we? It's just between these. Let's see what we did. Okay. I've only got like 2 more minutes. I think I'm just gonna roll back. It sucks that I'm probably gonna have to do this, but I'm just gonna roll back to my last commit. So I don't actually know what's going on. Even though this UI looks a little nicer, I don't want to mess up the functionality. So let me copy this. And I need to update the README a bit so the next dev knows what's up. And our next developer is Harry from Imaginary Space. And he's going to be our last dev, so shoot. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more done. Get rid of these changes too. Okay, so it has me logged in, and then it should route me to the page. Oh no. Oh no, no. What did I do wrong? No. Maybe it's when I generated this. I'll double check. Oh, we're doing stuff in there. So just type it. Reset. So this one. So when we made that landing page, I think it, gosh, okay, so not there. We already, we'll get to the right place. I don't want to pass this off all broken. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I'm in a spot where if we're logged in, it works. Shoot. A little bit of backtracking, unfortunately. Oh well, I implemented the sign in, sign out. I'll have to pass it off on to Harry so he can do the rest, unfortunately. But I'll let him know that I bought the domain in the mypdfnow.com, and I'm going to pass it off. So I've pretty much run out of time. I'm just going to add this so he's not in the dark. Let's see. Okay. I left him a little note. And I think that's all I have time for. So I'm going to have to commit this and then pass it off, unfortunately. Let's see. Make sure. Hold on. Let's go here. Should be good. And cursor not working anymore. Okay. Alright. Well, I'll make sure that goes through, but I wanted to give a little debrief. If anyone wants to come up and chat, you're welcome to jump up here, but I'm going to let you know what I did basically, and if anyone has any questions, you're welcome to come up. I'm going to stop recording my screen, and I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, let's see. Do I feel like React always has these annoying errors? You mean like the router death? Or what kind of errors? Yeah. Yeah, though node-based development always has like that, even if it's Python or something like that, if you're running servers, there's always these like stupid packaging errors and stuff. But I find now that I've started using Cursor or even Lovable, I never really have to worry about those sort of errors anymore because it just fixes them really quick, and it figures out which packages I don't have, and it'll install them. Oh, gotcha. Oh, while I was working, you were building something? Oh, nice. I'm looking at the screenshots if you have. Nice little dashboard. Sick. Love it. Haha. Yeah. Yeah, nice. It looks good. Hey, what's up, Ice?
Hello.
What's up, AZ? Thanks for joining.
Could you repeat that?
I said thanks for joining.
Yep. How's it going, everyone?
Good, good.
Awesome. I've just kind of been deafened, but I occasionally check out what's going on here. What are we building out now? Are we still on the project?
So I ran out of time. I sent the README update really quick, but basically what I was able to achieve while I had my 2 hours was